Hey everybody, how's it going? How you feeling? We are literally 1 minute early. Can you believe that? Isn't that remarkable? Let me just say one thing only right here before we get into the Opportunity Awards. Please give a round of applause to Stephanie Birmingham, the star and powerhouse of NYCETC. Last night we took a car to get back to Brooklyn. And I apologize because we were debriefing the day and I think I nodded off. Not because you're not amazing, but I think that might have been, I was breaking down in real time.
I was still talking.
This is the kind of rapport we actually have with each other. All right, so listen, thank you for today. We're gonna do one or two things to close ourselves out because they're setting up right now outside for cocktail hour. We have some awards to present and we're very, very excited about doing that. Just as a reminder, the Opportunity Awards, we gave out some of these awards yesterday. I just want to remind you where these awards came from. Stephanie, you want to say a word or two about where these awards are from and who made these awards for us?
Yep, we just want to thank BWI and Brooklyn Woods program. They handmade these awards in Brooklyn and we're pleased to share them with you today.
Yes, and so we have two specific awards that we start with to acknowledge folks with their history of commitment and service to the coalition, to the larger workforce development space, to our community and the city. We do that first, and that's gonna be one individual and one corporate honoree. And then we have the specific Opportunity Awards that, and I just wanna remind everybody, we put out the word to our entire network for how many weeks and weeks to be able to tell us who it is that should be honored and awarded at this particular conference. So if you remember yesterday, we had 5 folks who got awards because their colleagues and their peers in this particular work championed them. We had how many nominations, by the way, altogether?
40, 50.
We had 40 or 50.
A million.
We had a million cajillion nominations.
It broke the Asana form.
We literally broke we give it up for breaking forms. That's what NYCETC is all about. Okay, so our first award, I am very excited and pleased that we are gonna take this moment to acknowledge a very special person in this particular work, in this particular universe, and I wanted just the right person to be able to acknowledge this distinguished character in our particular universe. So I'm gonna ask Chris Wattler to come out right now. Let's give it up for Chris Wattler, Exec VP at Center for Employment Opportunities. And Chris, it is your turn.
It's my turn.
To celebrate Roderick.
Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, anyone who knows Roderick knows that right now he's squeaming a little bit in his chair. He's, not someone who really embraces the limelight. I really wrote something on LinkedIn about Roderick, and I won't read all of it, but I want to share some of it. I was at his retirement event, and just an incredible, there was a lot of love in the room. People came out to celebrate him after 27 years helping New York City's workforce community. But there's a part of it that, for me, was a very personal part and something that I'll share with you all. Throughout my career, I've interacted with many incredible philanthropic leaders. I know how hard it can be when you are a funder and everyone wants to meet with you. I like to think I had a special relationship with Roderick, given our mutual interest in the fact that a Black male program officer and a Black male fundraising leader for a nonprofit are so rare in the nonprofit world. Yet during the event, as I watched Roderick reminisce with a diverse group of current and former grantees, I realized something. Roderick was accessible to everyone. He made everyone feel important and that their work mattered. He saw everyone's humanity and found ways to relate to them authentically. For years, Roderick has been a guide for me. When I started at CEO and started reaching out to funders, he was one of the few funders who would talk to me. And it always felt like it was a friendship, a relationship. And Roderick demanded a lot. He wanted to see the data. He wanted to make sure the program was good. because the little dollars that he had to fund, he wanted to make sure those dollars were going to the right things. And I think that Roderick, for me, really understood what I was going through, because he understood what the people who come for the services that he funded needed, because of his background, because of the work he did before he came to philanthropy. So when I was asked to give him his flowers today and give him this award, I immediately jumped up to do it, mostly to see if I could get him to squirm a little bit more. But please join me in congratulating Roderick Jenkins.
Thank you.
And he's the only person who calls me Christopher other than my mother, which I used to get in trouble, so.
All right, thank you. I have prepared remarks. This is unusual for me. I have to unfold this piece of paper. They told me I had to say something. So this is an honor, I have to say that. I didn't expect it, but it's, I think someone mixed up the envelopes. I think it's a mistake. I'm out of the game. I'm out. Been out 6 weeks, and I can tell you that The Price is Right and TV shows, I'm very much into that now. I watch the weather reports and the weather maps. I haven't had lunch with Christopher in 6 weeks. We'd have really monthly lunches, you know, we were friends. So I can't accept this on behalf of the New York Community Trust. I'm out. They'll give me a contract, I think, in January, which is fun, but I'll never go back into the office. So I'm gonna accept it on behalf of all of you, the true heroes of the workforce development sector. So, you all get up every day and do what you have to do, and I know that your work is a lot like trying to fill a fire bucket and somebody stole the water, and you're facing every issue. You all are dealing with something. AI and how it's going to change the workforce, and I heard a lot about that before I walked out the door. Funding cliffs, political whiplash, and a labor market that always seems to be in crisis. So, but you all keep showing up, and that's what made it for me. That's what got it for me. That's what connected. That's what mattered to me, that you all got up every day and called me, and I answered the phone. I tried to answer the phone. I actually tried to answer the telephone. You know that small miracles can happen. I know that they can happen. You know that the career and helping people get careers can change lives, can change families, and eventually change communities. And I tried to do what I could do. Thank you for this. So all I can say is I'll accept this on the behalf of everybody here. This isn't for me. This is on behalf of y'all. Thank you. I did never expected this in any day of the year. This is thanks a lot, y'all.
By the way, one more round of applause for Roderick Jenkins. Friend to all of us, honoring you for his service over the years. And Roderick, by the way, as we've talked about, I know where you are upstate. My parents live up there, and I think we're gonna take you to lunch at some point. We're gonna make that happen in retirement. The retirement community can hang out in upstate New York. I love that. Roderick, a phenomenal friend and colleague. Now we need to switch gears to our corporate honoree, and many of us have been extraordinarily lucky to have been supported by Con Edison and their focus on the workforce development space. And I could not be happier to extend this award, could not be happier to bring up Jen Mitchell, the president and CEO of the Doe Fund, to honor the Con Edison team. Thank you so much. Jen, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Greg. Round of applause for Greg and Stephanie. How amazing has this conference been? Woo! They are complete with an amazing conference, content-filled days, bracelets that change color. Who knew? Did anyone else notice that? That your bracelet has changed color depending on like how hot your body is? It's very interesting. All right, anyhow, I'm here to give an award, and my awardee is down there. Okay, so again, I'm Jennifer Mitchell. I am here as a proud member of the NYCETC Board of Directors. I'm also the president and CEO of the Doe Fund, also very proud of that. And it's a really incredible honor to present the Opportunity Award today. We are all here today, and we've all been here for 2 full days of content-filled materials because we believe in a New York City where everybody has a fair shot. We represent organizations. I see so many faces out there from so many different organizations, and in my case, the Doe Fund, that empower people who for too long have faced barriers to economic mobility. At the Doe Fund, with 2,000 people in our care on any given night and over 15,000 people who have benefited from our programs and gone from homelessness to jobs and housing, we are really, really proud of the work we do and the training and the support and the stability and the opportunities we provide to help rebuild lives and to help people enter the workforce with confidence. But none of this happens in isolation, and it takes committed partners across many sectors. It takes partners who understand that workforce development is not an investment in people, but it is an investment in the future of our entire city. Con Edison understands this. They understand this better than most companies do. And for generations, and I know there's a few people from Con Edison in the room, so this is for all of you. For generations, they have advanced sustainability. They've invested in community partnerships. They've expanded access to good jobs and real career pathways. They've shown how corporate leadership can fuel shared prosperity. I've experienced that commitment firsthand at the Doe Fund. This year, Con Edison made a critical investment in our new HVAC occupational training program. This training program will help New Yorkers experiencing homelessness gain a trade that leads to stronger wages and long-term stability. Their support will fuel wages for trainees as they build the hands-on skills, earn industry-recognized certifications, and step into a growing sector essential to New York City's clean energy future. Also, as an NYCETC board member, I've seen Con Edison's commitment. Con Edison has invested in the NYCETC Green Launchpad Partnership and made it possible. What is that, you may wonder? Con Edison's support has empowered employers to define the skills and pathways needed for New York's clean energy future. It has helped to launch the employer-led New York City Energy Efficiency Workforce Coalition, which aligns real business demand with the city's training ecosystem. I mean, there were so many conversations over the past 2 days about like systems and improving systems. That is literally what the New York City Energy Efficiency Workforce Coalition is going to do. So by funding this work, Con Ed, you are building connective tissue between climate goals, employer hiring needs, and the workers who will drive this transition. And so, without further ado, for her leadership, for her and Con Ed's partnership, and for their unwavering support, please join me in welcoming Con Ed's Nancy Shannon to accept the NYCETC Opportunity Award, this beautiful wood award made by BWI's training program. Come on out, Nancy.
One more round of applause.
Sure, thank you. Okay, oof, that's a bright light. So I do have prepared remarks, but where's the Con Ed folks? All right. Okay, yes, okay. Oh, hey guys, Hillary, Ruth. These lights are blinding. So thank you so much, Jennifer, and it is a pleasure and an honor to accept this award. I want to say that in 2023 alone, we hired 1,700 new employees. This isn't on my script, but 1,700 new employees, most of them from the communities that we serve, and 50% from disadvantaged communities. So I just want to, that is like an all-time hiring number. A little bit lower in '24, but we will continue to have job growth, and as you said, to support our clean energy commitment. So just a tremendous opportunity and continued partnership, so just wanted to say that. I've been with Con Edison for 37 years, and I absolutely love the company that I work for. I know, I can't believe it either. I look like 47 maybe. But, you know, there's a reason I stay, and it's not, you know, I love the company, but the company is made up of people, and all the people in this room that do this work is so meaningful, and so it continues to keep me there. So I'll turn to my prepared remarks, right? So more than 9 million New Yorkers rely on us for our world-class reliability, and they require it of it. We're New Yorkers, they expect us to be reliable. And our city depends on our reliable grid to power the world's financial capital, the top hospitals in the city, 24/7 subway system, and important government and cultural institutions. Over the last few years, we've reshaped how we invest in our communities, focusing more intentionally on partnering with nonprofits that are finding solutions to impacts of extreme weather, improving resiliency, supporting disadvantaged communities, and preparing New Yorkers for green jobs. As responsible stewards of our customers' dollars, we ensure every dollar counts through operational efficiency and technology. Additionally, we invest in our community partners, providing more than $23 million in grants funded by shareholder dollars to support local initiatives. For me, as I mentioned, this work is personal. I've spent my career at Con Edison. I've been in environment, health and safety, employee wellness, human resources. Most of the organizations have either been about environment, health, and safety or the people. And across every role, that's been a constant. And we look to create opportunities for both of our internal folks to succeed and folks from the external communities as well. I know I'm going to go on a little bit here, so I got to get some more numbers in. In 2024, I find this incredible, and we talk about economic impact to the city that we serve. In 2024, our investments supported nearly 38,000 local jobs. That's 1 in every 350 jobs in New York State. And that commitment goes far beyond grant making. We're working to remove real barriers and help people thrive through workforce pathways. Our clean energy and technology careers signature community initiatives are a great example, a $4 million investment over 3 years in programs that are showing real results. Across all 5 boroughs, 280 participants have been trained with more than 100 job placements and an 85% graduation rate. And trainees have obtained industry certifications which are directly tied to employer demand. Many of you in this room work closely with them. They are true linchpins building trust, strengthening partnerships, and ensuring that our support aligns with the real needs of our community organizations. Their leadership and your leadership makes this work possible. New York has ambitious climate goals, we all know that, and the state, as the state's largest and best utility, we see our role not just as an energy provider, but also as an economic driver. Our planned infrastructure investments, I'm going to say this number and I'll say it twice, over $21 billion in planned investments, 21 billion. It's not just about the pipes and the wires and the ground and overhead. It's about jobs, opportunity, and the long-term resilience of our communities. Off script, but so many of the new substations we're building are in the local communities, namely in Brooklyn and Queens, and we look to support those communities, find jobs for those in the communities and the small businesses that work there. We know none of this can be done alone, so collaboration across businesses, unions, educators, and city agencies, and all of you, is absolutely essential. Almost done. So we are partnering with our communities to build the clean energy workforce that New York urgently needs. I want to thank you again for your partnership, your leadership, and your unwavering commitment to the people of New York. Thanks very much.
All right, give it up one more time for our fabulous honorees. And now, allow me to reintroduce our fabulous co-chairs of this particular conference, Debbie Roman and Kalila Moon, give them a round of applause for the next round of Opportunity Awards.
Thank you so much, Greg. And let's give it a round of applause again to our 2 recent honorees that we just provided and recognized through this leadership. So how are we all feeling? 2 days. Good? Yes, excited. We're going to take everything we learned, right, Kalila? We're going to take everything we learned.
I took a lot of notes.
Exactly. We took a lot of notes. So mind if I read a little bit? So if there is a through line across everything we heard in the last 2 days, is this. We know what works, like supportive services, benefit navigation, quality training tied to real jobs, strong employer partnerships. We also know who's doing the work, which is all of you. Many of them, all of you are in this room, and those that are in the community-based organizations, campuses, and agencies across all 5 boroughs. And we know what is at stake if we don't do something about what needs to be done. And that is the ability for New Yorkers to not just get by, but to build wealth, stability, and joy in this city that we all love. So this evening, as we close out today, this 2 Amazing Day conference, our Opportunity Award honorees embodied that truth. They show us that what it looks like to push past constraints, to design for dignity, to expand the circle of who gets to benefit from the city's prosperity. They remind us that leadership is not just a title, it is a practice of opening doors and holding them open for others. So I'm going to call out 5 amazing individuals, and I'm going to ask each and every one of you and of them, if when they're called out, come over. Please stand at stage so we can recognize you. And then we're gonna take a group picture like we all did last night. Does that sound like a plan? Yeah? I wanna hear it. You're in it. You're in this. Awesome. So please join me in giving a round of applause to our first Opportunity Award honoree for this evening, Mary Beth William from NYCETC. Now we will bring to stage Antonia Brown from Global Kids. Congratulations. And now it is a pleasure to also call up on stage Julian Cohen from Shared Lane. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Now joining us in the stage is Lisa Futterman from Workforce Development Institute. And last but certainly not least, is Keisha Cast from Rio Works. Yes. Awesome. Let's give it once again for our honorees for this evening a round of applause. Who's taking the picture?
We need pictures.
We need pictures, and then we'll do a selfie.
Right there, we got the cameras.
Okay, we got the cameras rolling already.
Any last words?
I need some props. You guys want to say?
Oh, okay. So while we wait for them to come out and close, we started off yesterday with a bit of a call and response. Randy tried to steal, what I did yesterday. So I'm doing my own today.
You
Okay.
go for it, girl.
Okay, so I
You
want
go
you to
for
look
it.
to. I
I'm not
didn't tell you
responsible for
left or
him.
right. So this time I'll tell you. Look to your neighbor to your right, and you can say, "This was amazing." Right? And you can
This
look
was
to your.
amazing.
This was amazing.
There you
Don't
go.
you think?
Amazing.
Look to your neighbor to your left. Say, "Go NYCETC,"
Go NYCETC.
and then look to your neighbor to. One more time, all of us. Workforce matters.
Workforce matters.
Again, what? Workforce matters.
Workforce matters.
Bring on the cocktail hour.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We need that, but now we're gonna have
We're gonna bring
Greg
it.
Morris
Great. You
really
ready?
close us out this amazing 2-day. It has been absolutely a pleasure to see each and every one of you, to spend time
Indeed.
with this amazing group of people who really are driving the workforce and the prosperity for all of our New York City. So
Thank you so much.
Give them a round of applause again. Those are fabulous papers. Okay, as they set up outside with beverages and cocktails, I do have some props to close this out. Once again, I'm Greg. I'm the CEO of the New York City Employment Training Coalition. Thank you so much for this time that we spend together, but more importantly, for the work that you do day in and day out. I started this conference by talking about my parents. I started this conference by talking about what it feels like to feel like you're home. And I just want to say to you, I hope you felt some of what it is that I talked about. I did feel as though that was a bit of a theme that came through in some of our panels and some of the conversations that you heard about. And I do hope that you feel like these last 2 days lighten the load. There's much more to do. And when I talk about what the future of this coalition is and how it works and where it's going, there's a few things that are important for me to share. Forgive the visual aids, but I'm just going to do it like this, or at least from this particular perspective. I do want you to be aware of a couple things that are happening right now with the New York City Employment and Training Coalition, projects and engagements that are currently in play right now. Give a round of applause to our friends at the Green Launchpad, the engagement with the Energy Efficiency Employer-Led Workforce Coalition. Thank you very much. Our alignment and partnership with the West Side Work Coalition as well continues to this day. Thank you for that. Shout out to that group. Another loving and supportive round of applause to all of the providers that are connected to New York Presbyterian and the work that we've been doing to support the healthcare network in New York City. And to everyone who's been part of our benchmarking project, the Workforce Benchmarking Network with the Corporation for a Skilled Workforce. Thank you. We have now established an advisory council as well, because the conversation about benchmarking in New York City continues to grow, continues to expand, and it has been a lot of work that has been done by ETC, WPTI, Jobs First to be able to support that work. It continues, and we continue to build on that conversation, which is all about how do we learn about what we're measuring? How do we learn what other folks are doing, and how do we take it and build it from there? Once again, for all of you who are connected to these NYCETC projects in alignment with all of our coalition intermediary partners, thank you very much. That work will continue in 2026. And I can tell by your applause, you're looking forward to drinks. Here it is. I also want to advise you of one thing, and there is a typo on this, but I expect you not to pay attention to that. We did in 2025, not 2023, as AI reported, we put together the Putting Our Dollars to Work report. I just want to remind you, the only reason this report came to be, by the way, was through the work of David Fisher. It was through the work and support of the New York Community Trust. It came to be because of the effort that we made to try to tell the story about how it is that public money is spent on workforce development in New York City. And the story was, the dollars largely go to young adult programs. And that was not a judgment. It was simply a matter of saying, we can do better in support of young adults. We have to support our working adults as well. That's part of what Putting Our Dollars to Work is all about. And I don't suppose he's listening, but if he is, Brett Halverson has been in my ear. Some of you may know our friend and champion of workforce, cranky soul that he is, Brett Halverson. And he's reminded me over and over again to take a very close, a laser-like look at how it is that the city determines how these public dollars are spent. And does it go to entities that are not for profit or for-profit organizations? You could expect in 2026, we're going to have a report to tell that story. And that story, again, isn't necessarily about saying what's right or wrong. It's simply about saying, what should we know? What should we be responsive to? And how do we go from here to be able to result in the best outcomes? Once again, look forward in 2026 to our Putting Our Dollars to Work round 2, which will be about how it is we think about the for-profit and not-for-profit space. No applause for that, that's okay. All right, that's fine. We're almost there, here it is, okay. Do want to remind you of one or two other things as we close out. And this one says, as a reminder, we focused on the workforce development agenda back earlier this year. In 2026, we will build on that. Everything from how it is that we think about civil service and how it is that we increase accessibility to civil service, to how it is that we think about reskilling and upskilling workers, to how it is we continue to support the human services contracting, and everything in between. I just want you to be aware, this agenda, which you helped set by virtue of what matters to you, continues, the work continues with a new city council and a new mayor in place. That's the workforce development agenda. We're always interested in communications and we're always interested in storytelling. We launched the NYC Workforce Drop podcast to try to tell some of the stories about the people who are doing this work, what matters, what's valuable, what's coming next. For those of you who've been part of the podcast, thank you. For those of you who'd like to be part of the podcast, let us know. Please be advised that while I host the podcast right now, the desire is to have a rotating set of guest hosts as well to tell these stories and to talk about economic mobility. The next podcast that comes out, it features Kathy Wild, who received an Opportunity Award just yesterday. So once again, and I've heard from a couple people, they listen to this while folding laundry or by walking their dog. That doesn't matter to me. All I care about is that we're telling your stories, our stories, and stories that count in support of workforce development. The Workforce Drop continues. Just as a reminder to you, less swag, more good. If you look outside, I'm so happy to see the jars filled with all the tokens in there and the organizations that are going to receive your support. So what you would have gotten for a tote bag, a sweater, a hat, I know we gave some of those away from the past, but those of you who know this, you may have come in late, may not have seen it, but just be aware, instead of doing the traditional swag, we're making donations to our friends in the sector. I want you to be aware how much that matters to us. Thank you for stepping up and supporting us. I hope in your head you'll think of us and you'll think about less swag, more good. Last comment. This is it. Last board. Nothing more after this. Now, in order to be able to do this, I need some of my friends and partners up here. So I'm going to ask Sherazad from WPTI to come up. And our good friend David Fisher, I know is right out there. David Fisher, come on up. He should be somewhere out there. Where's David? There he is. We operate in this strange, yeah, give it up for this crew. We operate in this very strange intermediary space. I think we appreciate it, we love it, we make the most out of it in the ways that we can, but our job is about representing and supporting others. And I'm thrilled to say, in support and in recognition of a lot of conversation over the years about how it is that we partner and we align and we engage. I just want everyone here to be aware that the Empire State Workforce Network will launch in 2026. Now, this is the Empire State Workforce Network. The desire of this network is to supercharge the people and partnerships that power New York, and that is workforce development. So I want you to be aware right now, and you can join us. If you want to know more about the launch and the plans for the future, you can scan that code right up there, because what that is going to be about is how it is that our organizations stand in support of New York State. And please be aware of the following thing. This only came to pass because the Fund for the City of New York stepped up in support of our work, so it will be a project partnership with the Fund for the City of New York, so I want to say that. This is going to be how it is that New York State continues to position itself and support itself in support and in response to what's happening on a federal level and how NYC can benefit and how NYC needs to push back. Key elements of this will include policy development and advocacy work and the capacity development piece, which I'm proud to say WPTI will support in full as a partnership with this new entity, the Empire State Workforce Network. I also want to acknowledge the following thing. The NYCETC team that works extraordinarily hard under David's direction are champions and partners, and we align with them. This is not about taking anything away. This is not about anything other than how it is that we can continue to strengthen our work in alignment and in support, because we know, in many ways, sometimes our work overlaps. We know in some cases that we are sometimes competitors for different grants and opportunities. And as intermediaries, the reality of this particular moment is we know we can do more and we can do better, and we do it when we do it together. So on that note, to my friends, it is an honor and a privilege to partner with you. This has been a long journey and a complicated one. And I'm thrilled that you are all scanning that code right now, because when all the news drops in 2026, you're going to want every single detail imaginable. One more time, let's give it up for our Empire State. Let's give it up for WPTI. Let's give it up for NYCETC. Let's give it up for NYCETC. And now I turn to our friend Sherazad, because I think you've got an announcement to make about what's next for our time together.
I do. Thank you, Greg. We are so excited to be the capacity building partner. We've been informally, formally, all the things, partnering with both of you for so many years, and now to see an ability for us to continue to strategically support the workforce development field. Congratulations. I am here to share that we are hosting the closing reception. So I think what we've all been waiting for, right, is a celebration, is some relief, is some final hugs and thank yous. So we hope that you'll join us. Some of our board members will also be here. They're really excited to meet the wonderful workforce community. So if you see someone that says, I'm a WPTI board member, let them know about the work that you do, because we are always telling them and advocating for why we do this work on your behalf and that we have the privilege to do. So please join us outside. I think we're all set up, and we hope that you'll stay with us through about 6 o'clock. Thank you all, and congratulations to Greg and Stephanie and the full team for an incredible 2-day conference.